I'm Fensterstock from Portland, Maine. A lot of my work deals with the history of nature. How we understand what nature is and what even nature looks like has changed over time. And I think that history says a lot about how we see our role as humans in the world and how we shape the world around us. I've always made things, and I actually started off as a jeweler, and I love objects, I love materials and the kind of historic meanings of specific materials. And so what started in a kind of jewelry scale kept assembling and becoming larger and larger and larger. And so the work that I do looks at different styles of gardens, a lot of installation work, and also sculpture. Over the last 10 years, I've been obsessed with this kind of obscure tool called the Claude glass, it's a black convex mirror allegedly developed by the painter Claude Lorraine. And because it was convex, it would help him arrange a composition, find unification, and create perspective. And then the black would take out unnecessary detail and color and help him divide up a canvas in terms of its tonality. When I was invited to come to Tacoma, I immediately thought of this object, and it's been exciting to actually, for the first time, have the opportunity to see one, to hold one, and then to make art inspired by this mirror. It's interesting too, I feel like the challenge of working in a new material really forced me to ask a lot of new questions that I don't think I would have gotten to without this residency, that I think are really going to fuel my next couple years of work. So these 5 days and the preparation for being in Tacoma has really been transformative for me.
We're thinking we're going to take a couple of the hand mirrors, and because I've done a lot of work with shells, encrust some of them in all kinds of shells and sea life. And he was just working on some really amazing barnacles. I'm thinking we can make it look like they've been growing all over the surface of the mirror.
I've spent so much time looking at a kind of external landscape, and I feel a shift now through this lens that it's an opportunity to look at a more internal landscape. And so the Claude glasses that we're making are not necessarily to view nature, but it's a hand mirror or a domestic mirror or a vanity mirror that someone can use to look inside. And although I've been obsessed with this tool for about 10 years and made a lot of work inspired by the Claude glass, I've never actually held one in my hand or know what it is to look in one. You can make these swirl.
Awesome.
And I think,
wanted to hear.
I think they're like really stunningly beautiful, if I can say that about. Like when I look out behind me at the water, I really get that sense of perspective. I can see myself in probably a bigger context. I'm really excited. I mean, even just this moment to stand here and look at the landscape and see myself within the mirror, it's pretty inspirational. So, and I'm really excited with what will come now that I have these and the new questions that they'll make me ask. There's so few opportunities for individual unmediated voices to reach the public, and it's amazing to be at a place like the Museum of Glass that supports individual artists and also allows artists the chance to experiment.